BBC, inspiring Uganda.
Good evening and welcome to UBC News Night at 10 p.m. with me, Sharon Kyomugisha. We start off with stories where President Yoweri Museveni has made fresh changes to the cabinet for the 2026-2031 term, swapping Justin Kasule Lumumba and Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng in key government positions. Dr. Acheng now takes over as government chief whip, while Lumumba moves to the ICT and National Guidance docket. Members of Parliament have welcomed Dr. Acheng's appointment, describing her as a seasoned leader capable of strengthening government coordination in Parliament. Of course, members of Parliament have also praised outgoing Chief Whip Hamson Obua for fostering unity within the NRM party during his tenure.
Talking about harmonize, because the National Resistance Movement is a party and government that listens to the people.
The government chief whip is a senior official in Parliament responsible for maintaining party discipline, mobilizing members for voting, and ensuring the ruling party's legislative agenda is successfully passed. Members of Parliament say these are some of the attributes that the immediate former government chief whip Hamson Obua executed effectively during his tenure.
Obua had the knack of quickly capturing the attention of colleagues, members of Parliament, and persuading them over into listening to the view of the government side. For us as the NRM, one of the key points of his rallying call was unity. The members of Parliament were very much united around causes that the NRM had in the House. He knew how to mobilize us within the shortest time, and you'd see us coming in drones and numbers.
According to the legislators, Obua operated an open-door policy, making himself readily available to guide members on legislative scheduling for the benefit of the NRM party.
He would get to the extent of pleading with some people. I remember there's a time when members had remained in the lobby and they didn't want to enter. And he said, no, please come, it's important. You know, sometimes people need to be talked to. But he always did it effectively. You can't do it as one person to impress upon people what actually needs to be included in that bill. But when you talk together, after he has rallied you and he has, put that good spirit in you, then it works out well.
For us as people with disabilities, he valued us a lot. And whenever we go to his office, he would serve us first. He would not toss us up and down. So his contribution towards our sector has been excellent.
Hamson Obua will be replaced by Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, whom President Yoweri Museveni on Thursday night reassigned from the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, where she had earlier been appointed in the new cabinet list, to Parliament as government chief whip. Members of Parliament are optimistic that Dr. Acheng's rich leadership background makes her a fitting replacement for Hamson Obua, who now awaits further deployment.
And that is the personality of Honorable Dr. Ruth Acheng. I believe that he can manage that docket very well. And I just want her, I just pray that she will also take the footsteps of the Honorable Hamsom Ovua by being so approachable and have humility over everybody.
A soft-spoken but firm person. She appears a laid-back person and yet warm and able to easily relate with people. And then, as you know her from her background in Ministry of Health, she is a doer, a person who can accomplish tasks, never to be a person that speaks and ends things on the way. We witnessed a tremendous transformation of health sector provision in this country.
The new appointees are expected to be vetted by Parliament next week, according to communication from the Clerk to Parliament, Adolf Mwesije.
Therefore, you need the letter of invitation and you prepare for vetting accordingly. The first meeting, we have a schedule of how ministers will appear, and that schedule is also available in the office of the clerk. So when you get the schedule, you will be able to locate the actual time when you are expected to appear for vetting.
Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
Members of the 12th Parliament have been asked to uphold conduct befitting their status, embracing respect, discipline and unity in diversity as guiding principles of their service. While closing the orientation of members of the 12th Parliament, Speaker Jacob Maxon Oboth expressed optimism that the House will have well-functioning committees, describing them as the engines of parliamentary business. Take a look.
The 12th Parliament is set to prioritize evidence-based legislation, even as members of Parliament grapple with the challenge of information overload in their legislative work. During the final day of the orientation for members of the 12th Parliament, the Director of Research Services in Parliament, Mugabe John Kakoza, emphasized that MPs cannot make meaningful recommendations or observations without relying on evidence. He noted that such evidence is mainly drawn from government documents to guide better policy analysis and decision-making. While closing the orientation, Speaker of Parliament Jacob Oboth reiterated that evidence-based legislation will be central in achieving the government's tenfold growth agenda.
In leadership, we will prioritize evidence-based legislation through harnessing diverse human resources and technical expertise in the parliamentary service in furtherance of the rule of law. It's only through effectively playing our role that we will strategically contribute to the realization of the government's tenfold growth strategy.
He further urged MPs to consistently uphold conduct befitting honorable members.
The jury is out on the legislature, and we must live up to the high standards with which the public is already judging us. Parliament is a marketplace of ideas where we use persuasion and not antagonism.
The Director of Communications and Public Relations in Parliament, Chris Obore, also advised MPs to respect established parliamentary processes, noting that the protocol section serves as an advisory arm to guide members of Parliament in their official duties. Some MPs welcomed this guidance, saying formal observance of protocol would help prevent embarrassment, especially during official travel abroad.
And then they take the photos. Then when they take a photo, say the member of Parliament for so and so is lying on the veranda waiting for the visa. So all of those help to safeguard us from such embarrassment and
out of the country when the protocols are not aware. I think it is safety for us, and also it's the same Parliament that passed a sovereignty bill. So even in respect of our sovereignty as Uganda, as one of the leaders, don't travel when your home country doesn't know. You're a valued leader unless someone is going out to do something wrong or suspicious.
Many of us, or many leaders, didn't know that traveling minus informing the clerk to Parliament is a problem to the member of Parliament. You could travel on personal businesses and find problems or issues there. when the office of the clerk is not aware, you may not be saved in case of.
Others said the orientation has provided an opportunity to network with experienced legislators, seek mentorship and interact across political divides.
It's important for me to be in this orientation because as we move, we can easily have also new things. Apart from new things, we have very many new members of parliament. We need to mingle with them. We need to talk to them. We need to also, welcome them and they get to know us.
Of course, it has brought now the opposition members of parliament and the sitting NRM members of parliament, because when we were in Chankwanzi, we were only one party. But in orientation, all of us have been here. So interaction before going in the house is very important to know who you relate with, who is skilled in this.
There is a very strong pace. You must read the laws, you must read the rule of procedure, you must make sure whatever you present, it must move within the law, not outside the law. And this is what they have been teaching us about.
The Clerk to Parliament, Adolf Mwesige, noted that the orientation has equipped MPs with foundational knowledge and practical exposure to parliamentary work, legal and organizational frameworks, as well as insights into the mandates and roles of various departments. Parliament has also scheduled an induction program for members of the 12th Parliament, which will run from 15th to 29th June. I'm Nafka Farida and Daniel Gemwa in Kampala.
Uganda now has 9 confirmed cases of Ebola virus disease since it was announced by the Ministry of Health on the 15th of this month. Minister for Health designate Dr. Chris Bariomunsi is urging all leaders in their respective capacities to intensify creating awareness about Ebola and how it can be prevented.
The Ebola outbreak is still on. As you recall, the first case, what we call the index case, was a Congolese who entered Uganda on the 10th of May, and he had symptoms and signs. He was managed in the hospital and he died on the 14th. But by then, it wasn't known that it was Ebola. It was confirmed on the 15th when he had already died. And since then, so far 9 people have tested positive for Ebola, including that one who died, who was a Congolese. And of these 9, 6 are Congolese. Only 3 are Ugandans. 1 is a driver who actually drove that individual who died, and the 2 are health workers. And our health workers and the whole system is doing everything possible to contain this epidemic. For us to successfully fight off this outbreak, it requires each person to take responsibility. I appeal to the leaders to lead in mobilizing the population, educating the population, so that our people know this is a dangerous disease. The type of strain, what we call Ebola bundibujo, that is hitting our communities here, does not have a vaccine. So the mainstay of managing this outbreak is to ensure that we strengthen prevention and following all the procedures and measures to avoid being at risk of getting this HIV. So my appeal is to the leaders, and leaders ranging from political leaders, civic leaders, our traditional and cultural leaders, religious leaders, and all leaders of all forms.
As Muslims in Uganda and across the world continue celebrating Eid al-Adha, the spirit of sacrifice, unity and generosity continues to shine through in different communities. In a gesture aimed at promoting togetherness during the holy festivals, the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council National Chairperson for Muslim Women Sharon Kyomugisha has donated more than 100 cows to Muslim leaders affiliated with the PLU movement across various divisions of Kampala. According to the organizers, the donation is intended to strengthen unity, foster love among communities, and support families as they mark Eid al-Adha celebrations. Speaking to our reporter, Sharon Kyomugisha said that the initiative is meant to encourage sharing, compassion and solidarity among Muslims during this important Islamic celebration of sacrifice.
Was a need, and we had to celebrate with our community. We are giving back to the community. We have been able to slaughter 200 cows in the whole of Uganda with the support of partnership of our friends, our people who support us and ourselves. So we are very grateful that in Kampala we are able to get 100 cows, and we have distributed these cows to the community leaders so that able to distribute other people. I take this opportunity to thank the President of Uganda and congratulate him, thank the leaders of Muslims who have been able to shape us as Muslims and other communities. This is for all, it's not selective. This distribution is for all people in Uganda, without segregation of religion, without segregation of color or tribe. We are giving back to the community. National Chairperson w'abakyala Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. Mu butuufu ebbanga litumaze nga tukola naye abasiraamu tukkirize tajja akyakira naddala mu mbeera y'okusaka n'okuteekateekera department y'abakyala. Nsaba ekitiibwa Allah amusiime era ffenna abasiraamu ng'abasiraamu tulina okumusiima.
Residents in Amudat district have decried poor service delivery and poor maintenance of roadwork equipment like tractors. This was raised during the head of RDC Secretariat and Anti-Corruption Coalition mobilization meeting at Amudat district headquarters.
The district local government had 3 tractors which are all broken down due to poor maintenance and poor management. And these tractors have only taken less than 2 years. They picked money, claimed to have bought spares so that these tractors could come and serve the community, of which the tractors were not brought up to down. Now the tractors are still.
What does it mean? You find people coming on Tuesday and leaving on Thursday. Now offices in charge to come and check for the value of money, because we are paying workers who are absentees.
How do you work and serve the people of Amudat 2 days in a week? If you don't want to work, write your resignation letters and resign.
These voices talk about absenteeism and poor maintenance of roadworks equipment by Amudat district, which has led to poor service delivery. The technical staff are in acting positions.
Is it that you have kept many people in acting positions? Are you waiting for your children to graduate from universities so that you come and replace these ones who are there? And yet you told me you have a wage.
And I've complained that they don't get work, they don't get jobs. It is because some of these children are qualified, but the people who are inside have their own interest. And so when they have their own interest, they fear competition.
The head of RDC Secretariat and Anti-Corruption Coalition, Major Martha Asimwe, mobilized leaders and all technical staff at Amudat District Chamber Hall.
Join hands together and we engage our people to declose their mindset from begging, being given, to having their own.
The Principal Assistant Secretary for Amudat, Alfred Logwe, said Over 14 billion shillings was dispatched to different government initiatives. Amudat Resident District Commissioner Okori is worried on stalled works at Laurel Seed Secondary School.
A timeline, because by next month, this money should be going back. The program is ending, UGIFT as the whole program is ending, and we must make sure that we utilize these funds. But we are still having cat and mouse chase with the contractor.
Amudat District Chairperson William Loram called for unity among stakeholders to fight corruption. Major Asimwe visited Kosike Dam, which is being constructed by Maif, old RDC officers and Laurel Seed School.
It is very, very disheartening that centrally procured contracts are doing badly. Finish in 2 weeks, what happens?
Moving on, the Ministry of Water and Environment has released its June to August seasonal weather forecast, warning that several parts of the country are likely to experience near normal to below normal rainfall, alongside warmer than average temperatures. Officials say that the forecast is aimed at guiding early preparedness in climate-sensitive sectors and strengthening community resilience amid increasingly unpredictable weather patterns. Take a look.
The changing weather conditions continue to pose significant challenges to agriculture, water access and livelihoods, especially in areas that depend heavily on rainfall. The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Water and Environment, Dr. Alfred Okot Okidi, says the latest forecast should serve as an early warning to enable institutions and communities to plan effectively and minimize potential losses.
Most part of the country will receive below average rainfall. That is drier condition, but also the temperatures are going to be a lot warmer than the average.
Officials say government has continued to strengthen early warning systems to help the public better adapt to climate change and respond to weather-related disasters. Experts are also urging farmers to embrace irrigation and improve water harvesting and storage systems instead of relying entirely on rainfall.
So involved with livestock, make sure that you conserve your water. Those who are planting, make sure you plant the crop that can withstand the stress.
Dr. Okot Okidi notes that the rainfall performance is expected to vary across different regions, with some areas likely to experience prolonged dry spells, while others may receive occasional moderate rains.
June, July, August forecast indicates that most part of northern and eastern will experience near normal to below normal rainfall, while central and western regions are expected to experience below normal conditions. And currently this region is experiencing isolated showers, which are expected to persist until mid-June. The Elgon region, that is Mbale, Manafa, Namisindwa district, the on and off rainfall being experienced over this region is expected to continue until mid-June. Thereafter, occasional rainfalls are expected. Northeastern region, that is Katakwi, Amuria, Kapelebyong, Napak, Moroto, Nabilatu. The region is currently experiencing dry conditions that are expected to give way to on and off rains until early to mid-June.
Authorities are now calling on local governments, farmers and the general public to remain vigilant and use the forecast information for proper planning throughout the season. Irene Faith Nantongo, UBC News.
Authorities and community leaders are calling for heightened protection of persons with albinism, following renewed concerns over ritual-related violence fueled by harmful myths and discrimination. The call follows a report of an attacked woman with albinism in Chotara district.
Sylvia Nachimba, a resident of Nakatogo village in Chotara district, says she narrowly escaped a suspected witch attack. On March 4th, 2026, she now says she no longer feels safe in her community. Nachiemba says the incident has brought back painful memories of 2003 when her sister Margaret Nakabubi was allegedly killed and her body later found mutilated under unclear circumstances. She claims the case was never properly investigated, alleging that police at Nakatogo dismissed it as a family matter and did not register a formal complaint. The latest incident has now attracted the attention of disability rights organizations, including the National Union of Disabled Persons of Uganda, NUDIP, and Albinism Umbrella, who are calling for stronger protection of persons with albinism.
Nti government elabe nti singa emisango gino gizze ku police justice ekolebweko kati kye kigaana omusango okuyingizibwa mu fayiro, then investigation is taking up place.
Albinism Umbrella has also implored government to strengthen Uganda's National Action Plan on persons with albinism, saying it is critical for improving protection, justice and public awareness.
Justice for the late sister, that it is prevailed, and if possible to be reallocated to a safer place, because she is very vulnerable. She's a poor woman, yet the suspect is way economically able, more than she is.
Namtevi adds that stigma and misinformation remain major challenges, exposing persons with albinism to violence and social exclusion.
That word says awareness, meaning there is a lot of ignorance about this condition. It is a very false, untrue belief that the body parts or anything for a person with albinism brings wealth. We all know that ritual sacrifices do not yield a thing.
These calls come ahead of International Albinism Awareness Day, marked every June 13th, under the theme, Proudly in My Skin, celebrating all skin tones. Rebecca Nantongo, Mikey Bakabulindi, for ABC News.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mumutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu ya kusabula. Mikono tu, free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
In a fast-moving world, why are we still stuck with paperwork? Signing here, stamping there, moving from office to office. It's exhausting. Now, there's a better way. With UG Pass, you can securely prove your identity, sign documents, and access government services anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stress. Everything is instant, safe, secure, and government-backed. UG Pass, your identity secured. Available on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UG Pass is a product of Nita Uganda.
Alright, listen up. Colgate is on a mission.
It's kind of a big thing.
Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate Science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
Colgate Charcoal Gentle Clean cleans and polishes teeth for a whiter smile and a naturally fresh and clean mouth. Choose natural. Choose Colgate Charcoal.
Masaka Ju. Away. Omansumuleta soka Christopher Katama. Owulira otya kati nti owangudde.
Ndi musanyufu nnyo. Tewali muzadde ayinza obutasanyuka nga bamusasulidde omwaka mulamba, so nebaza nnyo MTN okulaba nti mpangudde. Era nkubiriza abazadde mwena abali eyo, nyiga star emu65 star 80 # naawe oyinza okubeera omu mu baki mu bawanguzi.
And for those of you who pay school fees at those schools, that don't use Momo. Hey, mubatabukire mubagambe later Momo wano, because you stand a chance to win a van for the school. This is the power of Momo.
They share an office. Some work in the day, some at night. What they have in common: focus, dedication. That's what makes them champions. They also share something else: the reward of being one. The official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Welcome back to UBC News Tonight. From the business desk, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, Agre Chiwenge, has challenged beneficiaries of the Jua Kali program to embrace expansion on their ventures. Chiwenge says that the program, meant to complement government efforts in improving people's livelihoods, requires expansion for consolidation and sustainability purposes. The PS was represented by Isaac Rubagumia from the Ministry of Gender during the development workshop for Jua Kali programs held at Makerere University.
Continues to contribute towards improved productivity, enhanced enterprise management, and increased opportunities for employment and income generation. Showing a clear demonstration of government's commitment to promoting inclusive economic growth, decent work, and poverty reduction.
We thank the Minister for Gender for coming with this program of Jua Kali to help our people in the community. Jua Kali has been providing equipments to our people free of charge. Jua Kali has been putting up seminars to teach our people to acquire knowledge, to change their mindset free of charge.
Being that we got those equipments for saloon, but we decided to add on another project. Now we are rearing birds. Those are chicks, broilers and layers, broilers and croilers. Now we are having 500 chicks.
There is due diligence that is done to these Jua Kalis. You go and do an assessment to ascertain their existence, their location, among others. Then after that due diligence, the groups that are going to be given equipment are trained, and from training, then that's when you have the handover equipment, and then from the handover, of course, these other activities that also follow. We have like monitoring, performing the monitoring to see how they are performing, but also looking at them to ensure that you see where to improve in the next call. So that's the bit of the activities that are involved under this program.
Common 50 series, perfect snap, any zoom. Enjoy 9 GB free MTN data valid for 3 months. Available in any Techno or MTN outlet near you. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
We'll come back from that short commercial break. I beg your pardon. Looks like everybody's getting tired. But lastly, in our sports stories, Coho Federation of Uganda has intensified training for its various national teams in readiness for upcoming international championships. Emphasis is on both genders, with the teams training at hockey grounds in Lugogo under head coach Ephraim Makubuya.
Today we are here at Lugogo. We are trying to prepare ourselves for the upcoming championships. We have 2 championships ahead. One, we have the East Africa Cocoa Championship that is coming in July. Then later we shall have Commonwealth Cocoa Games in August. So for the East Africa, it's going to be hosted here in Uganda, and for Commonwealth Games, they will be in India. So we are trying to set our team up so that we can prepare ourselves well, so that we can go and compete.
We are preparing our team for the events that are due to come. We are preparing for East African Championships. They are going to take place here in Uganda in July, and we are also preparing for the Commonwealth Games that shall take place in India. That will be August. I would like to call upon your support, the National Council of Sport, the government. Please come and support our sport, cocoa sport, and come and support our players. We have the ladies team, we have the male team.
That's all we had for you tonight, and it wraps Bulletin today. Thank you so much for being a part of 2 Bulletins with me, Sharon Kyomugisha. From the team and I, have a lovely night and a blessed, beautiful, exciting weekend. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.